What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the 12 Days of Wolf.
We got a very special invite to the Wynn in Las Vegas to play in Boston Jimmy's game. You might recognize him from poker live streams, and today we're here buying in for a massive $10,000. I know I'm putting the entire prize pool at risk, but you have to dream big to win big. Let's get right into the action. The stakes are 25, 50, 100. I know in the last game we were playing 1-2 in Marty's Tiki game, and now we're playing 50, 100, but I really want to make this Wolfmas special for you guys with a massive prize pool. So when I pick up pocket aces in the very first hand, I put in a 3-bet to 1.2k over a $300 open, and the action folds all the way around to the initial raiser, who eventually folds. So we do pick up some dead money here, but at the same time, look at how big this game is. An open is $300 and a 3-bet is now $1,200. Well, the next hand is a bomb pot, and we're gonna get super lucky and take down 3/4 of it with ace king 10 6. What a dream spot here. We're gonna get 75% of the pot, and our chip stack is up to $12,000. Just like that, after 2 hands, we have $2,000 in profit, and I'm coasting right along here. I'm in the big blind now with ace 7 of clubs, and one of the game runners, Ping, opens it up to $300, and there's a cold call. Action's on me. I decide to defend here with the suited ace 7. I can make some nut flushes and 2 pairs, or how about top pair with the best kicker? 7-4 deuce with 2 spades is the flop. There's $1,000 in the middle, and Ping fires out for $500. Does he have an overpair? Does he just have 2 overcards, or maybe a flush draw? Well, we're gonna find out here, but then there's a cold call from the other opponent for $500. Interesting spot here. I think one of them definitely has a flush draw, and Ping could easily have an overpair here, but I think I need to put more money in the middle and see exactly where I'm at, and also charge those draws. So $500 and a call. I make it $2,000 to go with the sneaky check raise. Ping is uncomfortable, so it seems. He's thinking about it. He's shuffling his chips, but then ultimately puts in the call. We lose our 3-way. Off to a turn we go, which gives me 2 pair, but it completes the front door spade flush with the ace of spades. There's $5,500 in the middle, and I'm looking at the size of my stack. I have a few yellow chips. Those are $1,000 each, and each stack of black is $2,000. So do I rip it all in here as an overbet? Do I size down here and try to shove on the river, or do I check it over to Ping? I decide to go for the second option here and fire out for $3,000, leaving me a nice size river shove, but Ping doesn't look too uncomfortable anymore. He ends up mucking his cards, and we're playing the nit game here, and in order to get rid of our button, we have to table our cards. Boston Jimmy picks up his phone. He's eager to see my 2 pair, and this $8,500 pot is coming over my way, and this is exactly how I drew this session up in my head before sitting down. I have $14,000 in my stack, playing 50, 100, and I'm loving life right now, especially when I pick up ace king offsuit now from the +1 position and continue the aggression by raising it up to $300. The $100 blind tosses in the remaining 2 black chips in order to see the first 3 cards being the flop, and we are going heads up in position to a flop which comes ace 10 6 with 2 diamonds. Pretty good board for me. He checks it, and of course I'm gonna go for a c-bet. I make it $350. Seems like pretty smooth sailing, right? Wrong. Now we get the check raise to $1,000. These guys in the 25, 50, 100 game are very creative, very sticky, and obviously I'm going nowhere with my ace king, but just when you think you have a pretty standard spot here of making a c-bet and either getting called or just finding a fold from our opponent, we get the check raise. We're gonna put in the call here, and now the pot has ballooned up to $2,700, and the turn comes what I think is a brick. It's the 4 of spades. My opponent now slows down and checks, and the action's on me. What would you guys do here in this spot when the opponent check raises you on the flop and then checks the turn? It's likely he might have a flush draw. Maybe he has a worse ace and he's scared that I have a hand like ace king, ace 10, ace queen. Or what if he's trapping? What if he's trying to go for that very rare double check raise with like pocket 10s or pocket 6s. I just don't know what to do here. I decided to check behind, but when we pick up 2 pair on the river, when it comes to king of clubs, we're loving life once again. There's $2,700 in the middle, and my opponent continues to check. So at this point, I know I have the best hand. There's no way he's gonna check raise me on the river with a better hand. So I'll fire out for $1,550, and we pretty much get the snap fold. Maybe there was some value to be had on the turn in hindsight, but you can't blame me for controlling the size of the pot here. I'm trying to take these pots down for you guys here and add to my stack. I don't want to bet there and get raised again and then get put in a gross spot with just 1 pair, but instead, $4,000 is coming our way. And yes, I said our way because I'm giving all of the profits away on December 25th, Christmas Day.
I know what you're doing. See, I see you, Joshua. I see you filling out the form 6 times in 3 minutes. Do you think I was born yesterday, Joshua? Do you think I don't see you clearly violating the sanctity of the Wolfmas submission system? And Joshua?
You are disqualified.
Joshua may have caught a stray bullet here, but he's not the only one. I see all of you. You see, I coded a Python script that'll
Eat cheaters alive.
If you try and cheat me, I will knock you out of this giveaway faster than Wolfgang punts his stack with 7 deuce. And you see, I coded a very specific feature this year. If you break the rules, it doesn't just delete your single entry.
It deletes you.
See, clearly none of you have learned from Willy Wonka. Do you remember what happened to his winners when they didn't follow the rules? That wasn't a movie, guys. That was a documentary. And remember, I'm watching you. Happy holidays, guys.
Earlier I won 75% of a bomb pot and it felt great. Now I get scooped in one, I lose both boards, and our chip stack is down to 12,000. I'm still up 2 grand, but we were peaking way higher than that. But look, I have ace queen of diamonds now from the cutoff, and I 3-bet a $300 opened and a call to $1,200. Yes, I went large here because there was a cold caller in between the initial raiser and myself. $1,200 seemed appropriate, and we're gonna get called in both spots. So just like that, we're playing a nearly $4,000 pot. I have just ace high, and the flop comes jack 9-3 with 2 clubs. I still just have ace high, but
I need a vacuum for all the dust on here.
when both my opponents check it over to me, I think this is a spot I'm gonna mix between betting and checking. I like around a half pot size bet, and I decided to go a little bit smaller here for $1,200, just copying and pasting my raise pre-flop. We get through the initial pre-flop raiser, and then the second player folds as well. He then ends up showing me a really cool Royal Oak on his phone. If you guys didn't recognize the watch on my wrist, after my big tournament win in Monte Carlo a few years ago, I picked up this really cool Royal Oak 41mm, and yeah, me and this guy over here on the right side of your screen, we're chatting about other watches. Apparently he has a pretty sick collection. If you guys are big into watches, definitely leave a comment down below. We'll love to hear some of your guys' collection. But we're taking on a nice sized pot here, and yeah, we definitely came here to gamble. So when I look down at ace-8 of spades from the hijack, I make it $300 to go. We're gonna pick up not one, but two callers here off three ways to the flop, which comes king 10-3 with two spades. I flop myself the nut flush draw. Action's on me. I fire out for $300, and we're gonna get some action here by the player across the table in the green shirt. The turn comes the king of clubs, and he checks it over to me for a second time, and this time I decide to check behind here. A king on the turn pairing the top card is just unlikely my opponent is gonna fold here. It's less believable that I have a hand like ace king or king queen now, and I think he'll definitely get sticky with a 10 or another pocket pair. So when I check behind and river the 8 of clubs, I really like this card because now I have some showdown value. I don't love that he fires out for $1,000, but I think if he had some missed spades, he would definitely go for the bluff here. Queen Jack would go for the bluff here. I think hands like Ace Queen, Ace Jack would try to get me to fold a pocket pair like nines or jacks or even sevens, so I don't think I can fold. This is a spot I just have to toss in $1,000 and hope I'm right. I eventually toss in the chip, and unfortunately my opponent turns over the old King 4 offsuit, decided to call $300 pre-flop with it, and he's gonna take down a nearly $4,000 pot. This one hurts a little bit, you guys, because now my chip stack is back around starting stack. All right, we switch up the Ace 8 suited to the club variety, and this time I open it up to $300 once again. We're gonna pick up a caller from seat number 1, and then the Bulldog on my right calls as well. You might recognize his name from all of those Lodge live streams, the Hustler live streams. He's a really fun player from the UK, and we tangle a lot. I just don't put him on my vlog all the time, but he's a really good dude and actually a really good player. And the flop comes Ace 8-5, giving me 2 pair, and this is just what I need in order to take down both of my opponents. Really confident here, so I fire out for $400. We lose seat 1, but Bulldog snap calls me. The turn now comes the deuce of hearts, and he checks it over to me with 3 hearts on board. I could see myself going one of 2 ways. A, I could bet and protect my hand and hope another heart doesn't peel off, or B, I could check behind here, see a safe card on the river, and then bet for value. On the flip side, if I check behind here and a heart comes on the river, I think it's a pretty easy fold. Bulldog is probably just gonna have a heart and value betting. I decided to check behind here, controlling the size of the pot. When I check on the turn though, the river now comes to 6 of hearts, which is a disaster. He checks once again, and now I want to just take my hand to showdown. I check behind with my 2 pair, and look at that. He is a tricky Bulldog. He checked with the ace of hearts for the nut flush. He wanted me to bet, and then he was going to spring the trap. I'm glad I didn't. $1,800 is going his way. Very interesting hand here. I have $11,000 in my stack, and I pick up pocket jacks, everyone's favorite hand. Nobody knows how to play them. Let's see what happens here. Ping makes it $300 to go. There's a call on my right, and then when the action's on me, I'm on the button. I love this spot. I'm gonna make it $1,500. Ping is under the gun, and the action's back over to him. I wouldn't say that he's a tight player, but up until this point, I haven't seen him play too many hands. Coupled with that is the fact that I also haven't been playing too many hands. I know on the vlog, you see all the highlights, and this is like a 15-minute video, and you're like, Wolfgang, what do you mean? You've been playing a bunch of hands. Well, there was hours and hours and hours of this session, and there was a lot of times I was just folding. So when he 4-bets now to $5,000, this is just a really strong play. I haven't seen him play many hands, and he knows that I haven't been playing many hands, so I just don't think this is a hand worse than pocket jacks. We're gonna lose the dude on our right who folds for $300, and I just snap fold. I just snap fold face up pocket jacks. I'm saying all this, and you guys are probably thinking that we'll never know what he had, and you'll just take my word that it was a good fold, but I am dead wrong. He ends up showing Boston Jimmy for his Instagram reels that he had pocket sevens. I'm not even too sure if Ping knows that pocket sevens is my favorite hand, so I think he just pulled this play out and just 4-bet me with the sevens for some weird reason. I should have shoved my stack in the middle. We would have got it in as an 80% favorite to win like in a $22,000 pot, but instead, hope you guys can appreciate my transparency here. I thought I was making a good play in real time, and then Jimmy shows me he had pocket sevens. Great play there, Ping. That was crazy. Unfortunately, I end up losing the nit game because of this fold as well. That's $1,200 more out of my stack, and I just can't take it after that. I don't want to lose too much money here for you guys, and I'm sorry to report that I end up cashing out for $7,030, so a loss of $2,970 on the session. I really wanted to make this one special and say that I won like $5,000 for you guys and just boost it up to like 15K in one session, but unfortunately that's not what happened. The prize pool now stands at $6,844 on day 8. Shout out to Randy 3Coin, the legend here in Dallas, Texas, for putting up $5,000 of his very own money. But don't worry, I'm gonna play some more big games after this in the final 4 episodes, and I promise I'm gonna get this bankroll going up in the right direction. That way you guys can win a bunch of money. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and comment on all 12 videos to be eligible. Purchase something from my merch store or shop wolfgang.com. I'm going to be picking 2 people from there and flying them out to Houston, Texas, as well as 2 people who have signed up on Club WPT Gold using promo code Wolfgang. Good luck on the felt, you guys. We're getting right back at it tomorrow in episode number 9, and I promise I'm going to win back that money for you guys. Come on.